Well, hello, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ricardo Cabrera, and I am the operations manager at the Latino Chamber of Commerce of Boulder County. And this morning we have Marc Cowell, Executive Director, and Angela Garcia, Family Development Program Manager from our center in Longmont. So good morning, guys. How are you today?
Good, thanks. Good morning to you as well.
Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Marc. Well, let's start. Let's start with you, Marc. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself before we get going with the real interview?
Sure. I've been the executive director here at the Hour Center since July of 2019. So about 18 months now, closing on 2 years. I've spent my entire career working in the human services field, most of that working with individuals and children with developmental disabilities. But 5 years prior to coming to the Hour Center, I was director of programs at Sister Carmen Community Center, which is a family resource center that provides many of the same sorts of supports and services as the Hour Center, but providing it up in East County. So I was very excited to get this position back in July, and it's been a great team to work with, and really enjoying serving the St. Vrain Valley community.
Excellent. So, what is the Hour Center? Tell me more about that. I know it's a resource center, but what is it? Where does it come from?
Sure. So we're a family resource center. We're one of three serving Boulder County. Our service area is the St. Vrain Valley School District. So Longmont, Niawat, Frederick, Meade, and the surrounding area. As a family resource center, basically we would provide resource and referral. And what that means is when an individual or family comes in to meet with one of our resource specialists or meet with a member of our team, we could potentially be providing resources. So that could be food in the way of groceries or hot meals. We also have a clothing bank, so we can provide clothing and some small household items. And then we have our resource specialist team, which can provide direct financial assistance, whether it's rent, utilities. And if we can't provide that resource, then we can provide a referral. And our team is very well connected with other community resources, and we can provide warm handoffs. So if we don't provide the service, we could probably find someone in the community who can help you with that service, that support that you're looking for.
Wow, that's a great answer. I don't have any more questions for you now, so thank you, guys. No. So seriously, so then tell me what. So you gave us a quick rundown of the services that you provide, but can you tell me a little bit more about specifically what kind of services and what can somebody expect when they knock on your door?
Sure. So currently with the pandemic, everything is outside of our building. I'm hoping maybe this fall we can start to bring services back inside. But fortunately, our team's been able to figure out how to continue to provide services despite the fact that we're trying to be cautious and keep everyone's safety in mind. But basically, we have what I would say four main services. We have our community closet, where an individual can connect with our front desk. And if a family is in need of, right now we have a lot of winter clothing. So we have a lot of brand new jackets from kids to adults. We have hats, we have mittens, we have some winter clothing as well. Basically, a family or an individual just need to call the front desk and they would get guided to our closet coordinator who could find out what they need, gather that stuff up, and then schedule an appointment for them to come to our center. We meet them outside and hand them the clothes that we have for them or their family. We also have a community cafe, which is our hot meals program. Currently, we're providing lunch 7 days a week from 12 to 1. We have our parking lot set up where you can either walk up and grab your lunch or you could drive through and grab your lunch. For the first time when a family comes, we ask that if everyone could be in the vehicle just so we can get a head count and make sure we know how many people are in that household. And then from that point forward, they could pull up and say, I'm picking up for 4. We would have that documented. And every day, if they need it every day, they can continue to come back and grab a hot lunch meal from our cafe program. We also have our community market, which is our food pantry. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're open from 9 to noon, and then Tuesdays from 1 to 5:30. Again, an individual or family can come once a week, and we provide, depending on the size of the household, the bigger the household, the more groceries that we can provide that household. And again, it's in a drive-through fashion. We have cones set up. It's really self-explanatory. You'll stop at one station where intake will greet you, get a little bit of information. You pull around to the backside where personal shoppers will have done some shopping and bring out a grocery cart full of food to that individual to load up and then take home. And then our last major program is our resource specialist program. Basically, they're case managers. They are in a position where after they meet with the family and understand their needs and what their situation is, can provide direct financial assistance. So sometimes that's one time, or we might be able to provide short-term assistance around rents, utilities, sometimes mortgage. And also and utilities. And if they are unable to provide the support, they're the team that is really connected with the community and can connect them with other nonprofits or safety net providers who might provide a service that we don't here.
Wow, that's a really complete and cover all the bases to help a family that might be in need. So let me ask you this: what does it take to qualify to be able to participate in all these programs?
Really, it's pretty simple. It's just showing proof that you're a resident of the St. Vrain Valley School District. So in the past, there used to be a rule saying that you had to live here for 30 days. We've lifted that rule. That doesn't exist anymore. If you just moved here yesterday and you can provide us either a photo ID, a current rent lease agreement, even a mortgage agreement that shows that you're a current resident, that's all that we need to see to qualify for supports and services.
So legal status is not an issue. Anybody can show up and get assistance if they need it.
For sure. We don't care, and we won't ask about legal status at all. If we do, it's only because we want to make sure some funding sources require that. So we may ask that question if we're thinking of a resource that might seem appropriate, but we just need to be sure. And if our team does ask that, we don't document that anywhere. So it's just a quick, what's your legal status? That's the end of the story. It doesn't come up again. We don't want to know. We don't care to know. We're not going to document it anywhere where anyone else could find it and use that potentially against a household or a family. We're very sensitive to that.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And you offer services in Spanish, I suppose.
Yes, we have many Spanish-speaking staff on site. Front desk, we have Yolanda is bilingual and fluent in Spanish. Intake over at the market is also bilingual in Spanish. And then approximately half of our resource specialist team is also fluent in Spanish. So we have several individuals across the board who can speak Spanish.
Excellent. Cool. So, well, that sounds wonderful. And you guys are located in Longmont. And then you serve, so just to summarize, you serve the St. Vrain Valley School District area. You have a food pantry, you have a warm kitchen, right? So you actually have a kitchen with like a mini restaurant there on site, which is not open right now because of COVID, but usually you would be. You have a clothing pantry and financial assistance for the public, and that takes in several forms. Very nice. Well, excellent. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, I think that covers the basis. Like I said, if we can't provide the service, we probably know who can provide the service, and we'll get you connected to the appropriate people to get you those supports, because we understand that it's oftentimes not just one thing that's going to help a family get back on their feet. It's going to take several different organizations or supports, and we want to bring all that together to maximize our ability to help a family get back on their feet and move forward again.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell the public that is listening where you are, a contact. All of this I'm going to put down here, by the way, in the description of this video. But if you could just tell us out loud now, a phone number, an email address, maybe a website, so people can hear it.
Sure. We're located at 220 Collier Street in Longmont. So we're just south of 3rd Avenue and just east, a couple blocks east of Main Street. Our phone number, I just make sure I look that up correctly because I never call myself, 203-772-5529. And our website is www.ourcenter.org.
Excellent. Thank you. Just remember, everybody, I'm going to document all this down here in our description so you don't have to write it down. And I know Angela's been sitting quietly here on our screen, but you're going to get a chance to talk when we do this interview in Spanish, which is next. So, all right. Well, before we go, Marc, I have one surprise question for you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What is your favorite word?
My favorite word? Gosh, that caught me off guard there. Favorite word? I would say right now it has to be resiliency. I'm seeing a lot of that with our community. I'm seeing a lot of that with our staff. I'm seeing a lot of that with the participants that we serve. And I think that's the backbone and the strength of our community right now. So I would say resiliency.
Excellent. And with that, thank you very much. And until next time.